Hey friends, happy Monday, happy new year. I hope you guys are having a good 2021 so far. It's gonna take me forever to stick to this new 2021. It usually takes me about, I don't know, like 4 months to just get that through my head. Like, oh yeah, it's not 2020. I mean, thank God it's not 2020 anymore. I'm happy for 2021 to be here. I don't know what's going on with my hair right now. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about something on this Mindful Monday moment today. And you know how you have these ideas in your head, but you don't have the vocabulary to attach to these ideas that you're having. And I had an aha moment a few days ago, and then I got to talk to one of my new friends, Jana, yesterday about this as well. And it just sort of really like solidified what I have been thinking, and now I have words to put to it. And I just wanted to share that with you guys today as my Mindful Monday moment with you guys. And that is intuitive health or intuitive eating. Because one of the things that makes me really upset being a health coach and having a background in nutrition and dietetics, blah, 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 and psychology too, is diet culture and how toxic that is. And so I kind of wanted to talk about what diet culture does to us, specifically women. And I guess I'm just talking about this more from my own experience and how it is to be a woman. And how we kind of attach this idea that thin equals healthy or thin equals beautiful, and that the opposite of thin means unhealthy or not beautiful. And I just want to take a moment and tell you that those ideas are false. Obviously, thinness doesn't equal health, because even though you might be thin, maybe you don't treat your body correctly, maybe you have an eating disorder, maybe you have some other health problems that are going on that are causing you to be thin, but our society promotes us to be thin in whatever way possible. Because we want to be seen as beautiful, as if our weight is attached to our value, which it is not, by the way. And I've decided that 2021 for me, I see all these people talking about what word is going to define this year for them. And I've decided that I'm going to choose 2 words. Well, I guess technically 3 words. The first word is intention. So I've decided that this year is going to be the year that I am really intentional with the way that I think, the way that I move, the way that I speak, the way that I talk to myself, the way that I talk to others. I'm intentional about the energy that I am giving and the energy that I am receiving, whether or not I acknowledge it or not. And then my other word or words that I've decided for this year is no bullshit. And so I am a people pleaser. I'm not ashamed to say that. I definitely am a people pleaser, but that's something that I've really been working on. And I just want to call bullshit on these things that are toxic, that they're not okay, and they don't support us to be the best versions of ourselves possible. And as a health coach, which by the way, I'm working on a new term for that because I really don't like that term. As a health coach, that's what I'm here to do, is to help people help to support them be the best versions of themselves possible. Sometimes we just need somebody to be there, kind of like when you go to therapy and you talk about your problems and this person is there who has the education, who is there simply to listen and to guide you. And that's what I want to do for other people. And so those are my 2 sort of themes for this year, and I've really been thinking about them, and they feel right, which is also something I've been working on, is being like really like, I don't know, pay more attention to what feels right for me. Because sometimes I think we like force ourselves to feel other things, or we attach negative connotations to things that we feel, which is, you don't need to do that. You are allowed to feel whatever you feel. Whatever you feel is normal, so, and valid. So when it comes to intuitive eating, now I'm not a huge, I don't have all of this background in this, although I do plan on getting some education in that area so that I can help people more or better. Intuitive eating means, I looked on the internet and there are 10 sort of like foundational principles to intuitive eating. The first one is to reject diet mentality, because if you've done your research at all, diets don't work. Actually, diets are more detrimental to your health than they are beneficial. And the reason is maybe you do lose weight for a while, maybe it works for you, but the yo-yoing is really bad for your body, like super bad for your body. The other thing is honoring your hunger. So I think that we've been taught, because we have this goal of being thin, we are ignoring our internal cues, and our bodies are so smart, and they will tell you, your body will tell you when you need something. And when we choose to ignore that, that's really not living in alignment with you. You know, you're not supporting yourself in the best way possible. And so I think it's really important to start being really aware of when you're hungry, or when you're thirsty, or when you're feeling full. Also making peace with food. So I just want to really make sure that this is clear. There is no such thing as a good or bad food. All food has nutrients. The diet culture likes to attach good or bad, unhealthy, healthy, clean, dirty to foods. And it's just not true. It is it's false. I'm just letting you know. A bag of chips, sure, maybe it's not super beneficial to our health, but it is not bad. Nope, it does have nutrients in it. And also, it's not just about feeding your body, but also feeding your soul too. So the other thing is challenging food police. So like I said, people who are trying to sell you things are going to label something good or bad, and all the other words that kind of are like that. And so it's good to realize this so that you can choose what is best for you without paying attention to these words. Marketing, they just want your money. They don't really want to help you. They just want your money. So just being aware of that. The satisfaction factor, which means really learning how to feel to satisfy yourself. So like, sure, really enjoying what you're eating, and also making sure that the environment that you're eating in is also enjoyable too. That way your body recognizes what you're doing and feels satisfied by that, rather than eating something you don't enjoy just so you can fit into this idea that people are trying to sell you, or this idea that you've decided you want, which you may want, but you might not. Feeling your fullness. So I think this is when these internal cues are super important, because if you can recognize when you are actually full and you're really aware of the messages your body is telling you, like, hey, I think we're good. Thank you. That was delicious. Perfect. Just recognizing when you feel full. Coping with emotions with kindness instead of shame. So I think often we abuse our bodies because we feel shameful of them, but there is no reason to feel shameful of your body. Your body is a temple, and it deserves to be treated that way. Whether or not you are thin or not, your body is still a temple. Thinness does not define you. Whatever your weight is does not define you. You deserve to be happy either way. So just respecting your body. Your body does so many cool things and it deserves respect. And you deserve respect as a person. Your mind and your heart do too. So when you treat your body that way, you're also treating your mind and your heart that way too. Movement. So really focusing on how it feels. You should be doing movement that feels good. You shouldn't be doing... okay, I hate to use the word should. Try to avoid using movement as a way of making up for the food you've eaten. This is a negative approach to movement because you are strictly doing movement in order to burn calories. And this is a part of the diet culture that is really toxic. So do movement that feels really good for you. Sure, there's the added benefit that you're burning calories, but that shouldn't be your main focus. You should really, really partake in movements that feel good, Like I used to say, I hate running. Why would I run? I used to run because I wanted to burn calories, or I thought it meant that I would be more fit or healthy. But I hate running, so why would I do that? So honor your health. Of course, there are foods that are more nutritious, more beneficial to your bodies. So obviously when you start to eat intuitively, it's going to take time because you're changing your perspective on food in general and movement. And so just be really gentle with your nutrition. Don't try to go too hardcore on something because you think it's going to make you thin or whatever. Obviously, I think it's important to be aware of what you're eating, but the diet culture makes us so attached to fat, carbs, and protein, and we don't need to be doing that. It's toxic to ourselves. So just listen to your internal cues and trust yourself. Trust that your body is going to tell you what you need, when you're full, that it feels good, that it's satisfying. And that is my tip for that. So rather than take things out of your diet, try adding in things that really support you as a person, as a whole. And this all starts when we're kids. Like, we can't have dessert unless we're good. So these foods start to become attached to good or bad behavior, and you don't need to work out to eat. You need to eat every day. You should eat every day. Please eat every day. And so I guess that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. And I am really taking this concept and this idea of intuitive eating and intuitive health, and I think I'm gonna keep moving forward with it because it feels really good for me. I don't like constricting myself. I like to eat things I like when I'm hungry. Most of the time they are nutritious, but I'm not gonna lie and say that everything I eat is really good for me, because it's not, and that isn't bad. I'm allowed to do that. I'm still fueling my body. So that is my Mindful Monday moment for you guys. Yeah, I hope that this was helpful. I really do plan on incorporating this more into my health coaching. If this resonates with you, let a girl know. I would love to hear if this feels like something that you're really interested in learning more about, because I'm totally interested in learning more about it and helping others to sort of implement this kind of mindset into their lives. So hopefully you guys are having a great 2021 so far. And I love you guys. Please take care of yourself, not just your physical self, but your mind and your heart and your spirit. And I will see you next Monday for another Mindful Monday moment. Bye.